When did your in-laws realize you weren't a broke construction worker? I'm 34, and my wife's parents still think I'm just some dirty construction worker. Last week, her father cornered me at dinner while my wife was in the bathroom. He pressed $500 into my hand and said, "A real man should be able to provide for his wife without help." My wife grew up with money, and I grew up in a trailer park. Her parents never let me forget where I came from. We lived across the country from them and only visited twice a year, but those visits were torture. Last week was their anniversary party. 500 guests in a massive ballroom. At the entrance, her mother looked at my suit and sighed. "They have a spare jacket and coat check if you need one." It was a $1,000 suit. During cocktail hour, her mother grabbed my arm. "Come meet the Johnsons." She introduced everyone else by their careers. "This is Dr. Johnson, Professor Williams, then me. This is our daughter's husband. He does manual labor." Her friend Patricia asked what kind of work I did. Before I could answer, her mother said, "Small jobs, fixing toilets, that sort of thing." Patricia made a sympathetic face and changed the subject. Her father pulled me aside next. "Your truck is parked out front. The valet lot is for luxury vehicles only. Maybe move it to the street." I drove a $70,000 truck. He assumed it was worthless because it had dirt on it. Then he showed me his phone. "Look at this article about successful people under 40. This man built an empire from nothing. Maybe it'll inspire you to aim higher." The article was about me. My photo was just blurry enough that he didn't recognize me. At dinner, they seated us at table 19 by the kitchen doors. Her parents' table was at the front with a spotlight on it. Her father stood up to give a toast. He thanked everyone for coming, mentioned his successful children, their careers, their achievements. When he got to my wife, he said, "And our youngest daughter, who we're still hoping will find happiness." He looked directly at me when he said it. After his toast, her parents cornered us by the bathrooms. Her mother had a folder with job applications she'd already filled out. Garbage collection, city benefits, $30,000 a year. It's honest work. My phone started buzzing. 20 calls, then 40. Emergency at the waterfront project. "We've arranged an interview," her father announced. "Tomorrow morning, 9 sharp. My friend runs the department. He's doing this as a personal favor." The phone wouldn't stop. The screen showed urgent texts about permits, contracts, federal inspectors, $300 million on the line. "Turn that thing off," her mother hissed. "This is about saving our daughter from poverty." My wife grabbed the applications and threw them in the trash. "He doesn't need this. Look at her," her mother said to me. "She's so broken she can't even admit the truth. You've destroyed her pride, made her defensive about your failures." Her father leaned in close enough that I could smell his whiskey. A real man would take this job and stop letting his wife suffer because of his ego. Her mother pulled out her phone. "I have our lawyer on speed dial. We've discussed annulment options. It's not too late for her to find someone worthy. Someone who graduated college," her father added. "Someone who owns property. Someone who doesn't embarrass her at events like this." I stepped outside to handle the emergency. When I came back, her mother was showing my wife photos on her phone. "Remember Thomas? He's a surgeon now. Still single. Still asks about you." That's when Robert Whitman stood up from his table across the room. Everyone in real estate knew who he was because he owned half the commercial buildings in the state. "Wait a minute," he said, walking straight toward me. "Are you Tom Mitchell?" Her parents actually laughed at him. Her father waved his hand dismissively. "No, this is just our son-in-law. He does small construction jobs, bathroom remodels, that sort of thing." "He is Tom Mitchell," my wife said, suddenly appearing beside me. "He owns the biggest commercial construction company in the state." Whitman's eyes got huge. "You're the Mitchell? The one building the new airport?" The entire ballroom went dead silent. I could hear my heart pounding. "That's a $300 million project," Whitman said, loud enough for everyone to hear. "I've been trying to get a meeting with you for years. Nobody even knows what you look like because you never do publicity." Her mother's champagne glass slipped from her hand and shattered on the floor. The sound echoed through the silent room. 3 more developers at nearby tables stood up. They'd all recognized my name and were walking over. "He also built the new hospital," my wife continued, her voice steady and clear. "The federal courthouse downtown, the waterfront towers, half the buildings in the city." Her father's mouth was hanging open, but no words came out. He had to sit down. "You own the biggest construction company in the state?" Whitman asked me directly. "Yes," I said quietly. "Last year we did $900 million in projects." Her mother's face had gone completely white. "But you never told us," she whispered. "You never asked what I actually did," I said. "You heard construction and decided I was nobody. I'm worth $40 million and you tried to give me grocery money." "We were trying to help," his father whispered. "No," my wife said. "You were trying to fix him." I pressed the $500 back into his hand. "Real men can pay for their own wives."